was the message at the beginning of the year.
Amen.
Key is our Christian character are not mere moral or legal correctness, but rather the possession and manifestation of 9 graces. Don't you know? Let me help you with the Lord let me in on. The secret God let me in on. Can I just share the secret God let me in on?
Yes.
When people feel that they can disturb your happiness, they'll dictate it based on what they want to control you by.
All right.
Amen. That's exactly it. Control.
The more people feel that they can control your happiness, the more they become aggressive in trying to what? Control you.
Amen. Amen.
They'll keep pushing the envelope. They'll keep pushing the envelope. They'll keep pushing. And guess what? They push the envelope for their own satisfaction.
Amen.
Never is it for your peace.
No. Never for yours.
Y'all better stay with me.
Never for yours. That's it.
That's why God says, don't leave your peace in the hands of somebody else and make them responsible for it.
All right. All right.
No.
Are you crazy?
Not wise.
Are y'all in here?
Yeah.
No, it takes a very disciplined, a very sacrificial person who you can share that much of responsibility and control of your life and feel as though they're going to be fair. That has to take a lot of discipline on a person's part.
Amen.
To be able to look out for your peace.
All right.
That's so true.
Wow.
That's a lot of discipline on. See,
Wow.
think about what it takes for you to try to bring peace to somebody else.
See.
What sacrifices do you have to make?
That's a whole lot of work.
Come on. Think about the sacrifices you have to make in order to keep somebody else at peace.
All right.
It's too much work.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
Yes.
See, that's a lot of losing who you are in order to keep somebody else in contact with who they are.
Right. Amen.
And you're not going to find a lot of people willing to make that sacrifice. There's some that will. And that's an admirable quality. That's a big grown-up quality. That's a God-sized quality.
Right. Yeah.
Because only God is one who will and he don't really sacrifice his peace. Why? Because he already know the end results. See, his peace is never disturbed because he already knows what he's working with.
Yeah.
Are y'all in here?
Yes, sir.
So here's the thing is, listen, saints, the piece about joy and happiness is to know what creates them. First of all, happiness is a state of mind.
See.
It's a state of mind. While joy is the emotion expressed from that state of mind. Look at what the Lord said here to me. Listen to what he said. For in a recent study, this was part of the message on New Year's. Are y'all in here?
Amen.
Are y'all with me? In a recent study by Reverend Dr. Scott Walker. Y'all remember me mentioning
We remember that.
Okay. In his writings on what creates happiness, he spoke about the life of who? Helen Adam Keller. Born June 27, 1880 and died June 1st, 1968. Y'all remember that?
Amen.
Come on, stay with me. Please. Stay. Come on, stay with me. Helen Keller, an American author, political activist, and lecturer who was both deaf
And right.
and y'all got that.
Yes,
We
sir.
did.
What we didn't get was the symbolism. There is a symbolism in the character chosen, Helen Keller. We missed it. There was a symbolism. And God didn't just pick anybody. He picked a person that was deaf and blind. There was a symbolism. Deaf, she heard no one but herself first. She heard no one but herself first. She heard no one. The symbol was first, she was deaf. In other words, what God was trying to say, hear no one.
See?
But yourself first.
Wow.
Which means your inner spirit.
Innocent.
And God says, the inner person is me.
All right.
See?
All right.
If you listen well. That's why the first thing God did after creating the clay, he breathed in man the breath of life, and he became a living soul. In other words, God breathed in man the ability to hear right.
All right.
Hear right.
We hear right and argue with it.
All right.
Argue with right.
You know, that's that moment when you say, you know, I know what I'm supposed to do here. What about that time when you said, I know I should have went with my...
Cut. All right. Argue with. But we argue with ourselves.
Something on the inside was trying to tell me, and I would,
We're not listening.
We listen.
We paid in Jesus.
Good.
Help us, Lord. Help us.
see, her inner self understood, I don't have the $1 million.
All right.
I only have the 10. But I know where I want to.
I know.
So let me figure out how to make the,
All right. Make it work. Make it work.
and the best advice in this moment is my own.
Say that. Say that.
Because I'm dealing with my own reality.
All right. All right.
Amen. Amen.
See, I know my strength, I know my weaknesses. You see, and as much as I share what my vision is, doesn't mean everybody understands it.
Amen.
So I better listen to myself
Amen.
when I'm making choices in order to get to where I need to go.
Amen.
Everybody wants to advise me.
See?
But I remember what Jeremiah 29 said. I know the thought.
All right.
Amen.
And that thought ain't a secret.
It's not.
It's constantly speaking to your inner self.
Yes.
But it's silenced by the louder voices.
See?
No, notice this. Notice in the story. Notice this. The cat, God pointed it out to me. He says, the message was not just a message. I had particulars. Remember, there's always that statement, the devil's in the...
Detail.
It's in the detail. You're missing the detail. Notice, it's not just about peace, about joy and happiness. It's not just about a message. It's about taking the details and understanding what I'm trying to say and the characters I'm using.
Say that.
Helen Keller wasn't only the person who knew how to build life out of impossible situation,
No.
but I chose her because there were two things that needs to be identified with.
All right.
If you're going to have peace about joy and happiness, you need to become deaf.
All right.
See, if I'm big enough to have the noise in the room, let me be able to also be big enough not to let it be my distraction when I'm trying to look at the story.
All right.
Sometimes I can be so involved in what I'm looking at, I don't even hear what I become deaf to. And then people are saying, Norma. And you say, what? Have you ever got so entrenched in what you were doing that people have to hunt you?
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
And you say, what? Did you hear us talking to you? No. Why? Because I'm looking at something that my mind is involved in, and guess what I'm doing? I'm deaf to all the
That's right.
Amen.
Oh,
Amen.
and they don't get it.
Amen.
They don't get it.
You cannot have peace about joy and happiness if you don't have the ability to become deaf.
Amen. Amen.
Ooh, I wished I had.
Amen.
I wished I had.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, it's hearing but not hearing.
All right.
See, to the point that there's noise, but I'm not letting the noise.
Infiltrate me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He said, she was deaf. She heard no one but herself. Key is, what do you say about your own peace?
All right.
Hearing only yourself means you control the outcome of your peace because you are listening to only what you have to say about it. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? Key is, what do you say about your own peace? Yeah, I looked at the Williams sisters. And anyone that has studied Serena, anyone that has studied Venus, anyone that knows Titus, you would periodically hear the commentator say she has to calm herself down. In other words, no longer is it about the opponent on the other side. I can't become my own
Enemy.
There it is right there.
She has to do what? She has to get peace in herself
Amen.
in order to win this.
Amen. Amen. Peace.
You ever hear him say, and now she's getting her game on. Why?
She got peace.
She has peace with her. She has, and when you find peace with you, guess what you can do? You can deal with what's coming
Yeah.
and make the right.
The right decision.
See, Satan wants us confused in ourselves because if we are confused in ourselves, we won't know how to duck the bullet. Rather than running away from it, we'll end up running because we're so confused. You ever had somebody say, you know, they so crazy and confused, they gonna end up killing their own self.
See?
You ain't even got to shoot. You ain't got to shoot. They gonna kill their own self. Come on in here.
Amen.
And that's what Satan wants to do. He wants to disturb us to a point that we end up killing
Ourselves.
This is what God said to us at the beginning of the year. And where does Satan have us at right now?
See?
All right.
Come on, ask yourself that question. Do you really have peace?
Amen.
Have you trained yourself not to let what's in the room disturb you? Or did you realize that, okay, since I can't control what's in the room, let me move myself?
All right. All right.
In other words, let me move myself away from this disturbance. And you better not follow me to.
See?
See, no, if I move myself out of one room to keep from being bothered with you, and you won't follow me to the next room, oh, no. No. I put the TV show on pause. See, and that's the problem with us. We let stuff follow us in places it shouldn't.
All right.
Right. That's right.
Trying to tell me, well, I'm just trying to get along. I don't want to